Back at it again, back at it again, back at it again. Um, I kind of been doing this YouTube thing for almost a year, and I'm proud to say that I finally found my niche. I finally found a good way how to how to do my videos. I've been practicing. I used to, how to write what I say. The words that I wanted to say didn't come out naturally and stuff like that. But I'm kind of glad that I'm more on my feet. I can really talk for hours about any damn thing. Um, Hoping my page expands some more. I noticed that I have 2,000 views altogether. So I got about like 40 videos. I need a lot more views, but spread the word. Um, I'm hoping that my topics are relevant. Well, they are relevant. But other than that, I just wanted to talk about um, this concept with feminism. And yes, um, okay, this concept with feminism, eroticism, and particularly there's a person I wanted to refer to, which is a black feminist. Um, she was a radical lesbian black feminist who also was probably a womanist too. Um, Her name was Andrea, I think it was Audrey. Oh yes, Audre Lorde, and she's really known for her poems on um, the sexual, um, what the word I'm looking for, sexual. Um, she talks about like women's sexuality, how it's more than just a physical thing. She kind of goes on this kind of spiritual tangent of how sacred a woman's sexuality is. I read some of it. I mean, I'm not really into it, but I I don't know if I told anybody this, but I have taken women's studies at my school, and we did talk about Audre Lorde and her views on the eroticism, which basically talks about how, well, the sacred sexualities of a woman, and it kind of goes on to how female sexuality cannot be questioned, her looseness, or her the way she you know the way she exploits herself, sees herself, displays her sexuality. It's a man can't question it. It shouldn't be questioned at all. It should be just expressed, and this and that. And I just wanted to say that it, eroticism has no need in the black community, because really there's too much of that shit. The looseness, the bastard babies, children out of wedlock, um, black marriages are at a low, infidelity, no one's in serious relationships anymore. And so this is a result, you know. You want to show your ass to everybody and then wonder and question, um, why nobody respects me? Why nobody's wifing me up? You know, no matter how, you intellectualize it, no matter how many big words you put into it, it's not going to change it. That's kind of like the thing with feminism is that one thing I don't like about it is that feminists like Melissa Harris Perry will co-sign the ratchetness of black women, especially especially the having kids out of wedlock. Um, 2 years ago, there was a conference with her and Bell Hooks talking about black women. You know, it was something on the lines of black women oppression and stuff like that. And a woman who has a lot of kids out of wedlock in and out of relationships can't keep a man for nothing. I think she has like 4 kids and like 3 different baby dads, I think. And she goes up to Melissa Harris Perry and she's like, I'm a mother of such and such. I need help. I think she said that. But she was just kind of acting like she was all inspired by feminism because, it kind of gave her that insight that she can't be judged no matter how many illogical mistakes she make. And while this woman was talking, Bell Hooks and Melissa Harris Perry, they couldn't connect with this woman, you know. And so basically, rather than like giving her realistic advice and stuff and saying, hey, your partying days are over. You shouldn't be worrying about finding a man. You kind of wrecked that. You kind of wrecked that when you had your 3rd child at least. So, you might want to just worry about being a mother and just worrying about yourself and your kids for now. Rather than doing that, they applauded her. They gave her hugs and just sat her down. They, and this is, it's not even just with mainstream feminists, it's with most feminists. The average feminist can't connect with, look at these feminist bloggers. These women, even white women too, white feminists too, they can't connect with the average woman. These feminists will come up with a lot of dumb trends and silliness, like, dyeing their armpits blue and purple. Really, you think the average female will do that? They also trend dumb shit like, I think it's called free bleeding. And it's when, like, their period and they'll just let their underwear bleed out. It's really disgusting. It's really disgusting, but these feminists can't connect with the average woman. Look at the average black feminist. They can't connect with the average black female. The thing is with these black feminists is that they will intellectualize the stupidity of the ratchetness, the stupidity of baby making, the stupidity of all this and that. And they'll rationalize it and then they'll put, their 2 cents about black men, patriarchy, this little fake community of these hypersexual black men running around raping women, abusing them, and creating this silence where women are powerless. But it's a lot of silliness and semantics with them. They can't connect with the average woman, and that's why I don't like black feminists, because black feminists need to stop co-signing the ratchetness because you wouldn't do it. And this isn't the first time Melissa Harris Perry got her foot in her mouth, because 2 years ago again, she was in an interview. She was doing an interview with this girl who won the twerk scholarship by Juicy J. You can look this up on YouTube. It's easy to find. And they're talking about twerking and how twerking has these Afrocentric connections and Afro-Latino connections. And so they're trying to prove a point that that twerking is not really hypersexual. It's just a natural female expression of her body, blah blah blah. And Melissa Harris Perry is just sitting there co-signing the fuckery, and I'm looking at it like, come on, girl, come on, lady. There's no way Melissa Harris Perry would co-sign this shit. You're not gonna see her twerking or even Bell Hooks, because Bell Hooks does the same shit too. Where I've seen some of her lectures, and I highly doubt she will do a lot of the stuff she claims needs to be done for her little community. You know, that's why I don't like feminists who talk about legalizing prostitution, and like, really, would you do it? Would you put yourself in harm's way with these niggas, or just thirsty men in general? You it's not like it's a simple transaction of we're just having sex for $200. You know, those dudes are crazy, thirsty. They can kill. They can kill you. This isn't like I'm aware that there's kind of like a little more civilized way of this in the sex industry. I know it's like in the UK you can there's like a way prostitution's legal. The sex workers, yes, yeah. Like a good bit of feminists will co-sign sex workers, and they'll especially co-sign this with the trans community. And the thing is, what I don't like this behavior in the trans community, because it's not even really just simply sex working; it's prostitution. But yet the trans community will act all shocked. They'll act like the world's against them. They act like the world's homophobic, when a story um, of a black trans yet again killed because he was tricking this dude, was leading him on that he was a man, that he was a female, and the trans dude ended up being killed. It's sad, but the thing is, it's like, I'm not gonna co-sign this fuckery and act like, oh, they have a right to do this stupid shit because they're part of a special community. And so that's why I don't like these feminists, because they don't even do what they preach. They try to act all holier than thou and try to put little special privileges on certain people. And the thing is, they don't even do it themselves. You know? Melissa Harris Perry will talk about, will co-sign this little girl's little twerking documentary. But the thing is, you're never gonna catch her twerking. You're never gonna catch Melissa Harris Perry twerking or doing any kind of dance. Seriously. So that's why I don't support this kind of eroticism that Audre Lorde tries to give black women, because it's just not safe. It's just not safe. And the problem, yet again, with females using her logic and her doctrine is that these, I won't even say just these niggas, because I see this with lesbian studs too, to where they're just as thirsty. They're actually worse than the dudes. You know? These studs are acting like womanizers. They slapping females left and right. They insecure. You know, they gunning chicks down and shit. And, slicing them up and shit. Yet that's unreported. But like I was saying, wait, let me check my phone. Okay, good. My battery life is good. But like I was saying, people, when it comes to sex, especially with black people, we're not on this intrinsic bullshit of sex is this spiritual thing. It's a sacred intervention between man and woman. We're not on that shit. This isn't no biblical. We're not on that biblical. We're not on that Egyptian. We're not in no ancient Kemet. We ain't on that ancient spaceship. We ain't making no motherland connections, mothership connections. We are not on this intrinsic paradigm, alternate dimension, vibrations of the fifth degree We ain't on that shit. When niggas are fucking, it's just fucking. Nothing special, nothing unique, just fucking. Feminists, stop intellectualizing ratchetness. Okay? Stop it. It's ridiculous. I see this and I hear this all the time with females talking about, well, when I was 16, I was a little fast, but the thing was, I was exploring my sexuality. You know, I was sleeping with Ray Ray and Pookie and Don Don and Slim. And yeah, they were no good dudes. They all went to jail. But I was just exploring my sexuality. You know, I had to know what sex felt like. At the age of 12, I had to know. I was just dying to know. Right. You know, they magically give it up to like the niggas who are like the least deserving. Let me know when these whole squads come up, giving head to all the dudes on the AB honor roll. Let me know that shit. You know. Let me know about that shit, man.